Hey everybody,
welcome to our first Let's Play of Blackstone Fortress. This is the brand new game from Games Workshop. It comes out in a couple weeks from the recording of this on Small Business Saturday, which I want to say is November 24th.
23rd.
23rd. We're going to be doing a Let's Play series, a little campaign for Black Fortress. So yeah, I'm going to do a little round.
There's unfortunately a secret episode you guys are never going to get to see.
There is already a secret episode.
Already calling it out.
I like the suspense.
Yeah, can we get our character models and throw those in front of the camera here? We'll do maybe a little
we ran through this last night, guys, and it was a little rocky at moments.
It was a learning experience.
I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened.
So we decided
we're just good at
we
this.
would redo it.
We're just good at this. It's okay. It never happened.
Yeah. So again, I'm Kyle, and today I'm going to be playing Espen Locano, Imperial Navigator and Scion of the House. I'm the gateway to the stars.
Hello, everyone. I'm CJ, Grand Moff CJ from the Long Lost Podcast, and Sir Father Hildebrand, you might also know me as. But today I'm going to be playing an equally fun character, Aemilian Shadow Guide. She will be showing these Monkey how to make it through this dangerous place.
Cringy voice warning, we're all going to do cringy voices. So,
and a little bit of adult content warning.
Yes, NSFW for sure.
Yeah. So I'm Ed. I'm playing the Rogue Trader, Yanis Drake.
Yeah, let's talk about Yanis Drake here for a second.
All around badass.
All around millennial.
Other than his like pinky, he's like big pen pinky out. He's like pinky out when I vape, bro. Yeah.
That's how you know he's taking the puff.
You know,
it goes down when it goes out.
Right.
Oh, actually, it's reverse on him. Sorry.
You know, Rogue Trader Janus is coming around when you can smell that like cotton candy, like kind of stink smell that the vape.
And that's why everybody in the Blackstone Fortress is so mad at you guys. It's just like, what the hell?
It's a vape-free area, and Janus just doesn't care.
You can't impact his rights.
Yeah, no, you can't take that away from him. He's all about that competitive vape life.
Hi guys, I'm Ace. Today I'm going to be playing the twins Ryan and Rouse. They're the Rattling twins here. They got some cool little physics in the fact that they work together and they move together a lot. So hopefully we'll get to show that off. I'm not going to do voices right now, but I'll try to get some voices done while we're playing.
I've been trying to convince him to do an Elfo voice from Disenchantment because it's fantastic.
That's a great show.
I feel like they need to have like adorable murder voices.
It is. It just fits the Rattling.
Target at 200 meters.
Target acquired 200 meters. Send it.
I can't do the voices quite as well as I can, but I'll try.
Good effect on target. Red mist.
And hi, I'm Chris. DM Chris, not GM Chris.
There's a distinction.
I'm not GM Drew either. There's a distinction. I've got the D. He's got the G. We're working on it.
Awkward. Adult content didn't come over.
Chris loves the D, if you didn't know.
And it started. All right, cool. I'm going to be running the bad guys today, actually.
I call you Big D.
Big D?
Yeah.
Big D.
Don't let it go to his head.
Do you want to break down a little bit about the Blackstone Fortress? I mean, maybe you want to do that, CJ, because you're kind of our expert.
Did you read history last night?
Did you read all the history?
I read the entire background.
Take it away.
All right, let's hear it.
So, Yanis Drake had heard about the Blackstone Fortress appearing out of nowhere from the warp. There were originally 6 Blackstone Fortresses, and this is now the 7th that has appeared. The 6 Blackstone Fortresses, 3 of them were destroyed by Chaos. 2 of them are still used by Chaos in the warp. One of them was used to destroy Cadia by
Cadia lives.
Cadia lives.
I'm sorry, but Cadia definitely does not live.
Cadia definitely got the Alderaan.
Yeah.
It was as if though
turns out when you
slam something cried out in pain.
That's akin to adamantine into a planet that is the size of a planet. The planet doesn't exist.
Turns out planets are made of adamantium as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Cadia broke before the guard did.
Says the guard.
Shameless propaganda. I guarantee you there were regular ass humans just pissing their pants.
I read that in Regimental Standard 3rd. It doesn't lie.
You're not wrong. Regimental Standard doesn't lie. And in fact, I should probably flog them and shot for even even thinking
Even
such
doubting it.
thoughts that
Let
it
alone
might.
actually saying
They
it.
should have the self-reporting heresy form.
I do need
Hang on, we got a message here. It says the commissariat's on the way.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Well, that's the end of this show, guys. Have fun.
I'll be
I'm out.
Shot
Good job,
Kyle.
Anyway, so Yanis heard about this one coming into existence. Not many people knew what was happening, other than the fact that something appeared out of the Citrix Maledictum. And so he traveled the stars to get to the precipice.
Only I can guide us through this maledictum. Remember that Xenos witch.
But who shall be your pathfinder, old man?
I find my own path with my third eye.
Okay.
So, so the Blackstone Fortress he found was actually real. You're doing great.
Oh, I know.
And he's, for those who aren't super familiar with rogue traders kind of have a license to travel and go where they want. They have a warrant of trade, and it really gives them a lot of freedom in the Imperium.
They're basically some of the only people in the Imperium who are even allowed to interact with Xenos,
Yes.
And not be shot on sight after doing so.
And they can straight up, declare exterminatus on a whole species before the Imperium even encounters them.
Yep,
Yes.
it's pretty sweet.
I would love to be a rogue trader. That'd be a
Who wouldn't love to be a road tripper?
I mean,
just
you get
the
to
best.
you're basically the rock stars of the galaxy.
They're
I'm like an
literally
inquisitor.
Firefly.
It's
That's
more
what
like-
I am.
I'm like an inquisitor, but I actually get to make good money, and I don't have to basically
You
deal
get
with demon position all the
fine
time.
wines.
Yeah.
And you get to kind of just run the
You
show.
don't have to be suspicious of every
No,
single
I don't.
living
I
being.
imagine-
Literally, it's Firefly.
It's
40K.
Firefly.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
I imagine that they have a really, really hard time with the Ordo Xenos Inquisitors, though, because those guys come around and just are immediately suspicious of all the rogue traders.
They would have to be.
Yeah.
They would have to be.
Now, everyone that is going to be here also has their own backstory as to why they're here. Shadow Guide there is trying to figure out things to try and help Bealton. If you know the Warhammer 40K, Bealton got fucked up
Excuse me.
hardcore by a lot of destructive elves that we won't talk about.
Yeah, we almost had him dead.
Close.
So close.
So,
So close.
But
not quite.
she is still here to try and figure out something from the remnants of the fall, and we'll get into that later if that comes up. The Rattling Twins, they've been on the precipice for a while, and they have been getting hired out to do things. And when they met Yanis, they decided, you know what, we're just going to hang out with him. That's literally their backstory.
As
No,
space
that's-
hobbits would do.
No, I imagine them being like Balin from The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Now there's a king I can follow.
I think they were like, look, he feeds us. He hasn't tried to kick us or sit on us either.
Yanis threw like a leftover bone off to the side because
Yeah.
he's,
Right.
super edgy like that. And they were like,
Hobbits
oh my
being
god,
rabbits.
food!
Yay, food! Free food! He doesn't even eat all the food he has. They just follow him around constantly.
So,
What
and
about
then
second breakfast?
our star guide there, he actually came to the precipice about a quarter of a century before Yanis did, and then forgot.
Well, sometimes you see some shit that makes you forget about things. I mean, I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, so
Oh, Maybridge.
I can get that. I get forgetting about it. Yeah, makes sense.
Sketty.
Turns out,
Sketty?
Yeah.
Sketty and go juice?
Yeah.
turns out Ryan has a little
Fridge on his
he has a little mini fridge on his
Mini
backpack.
fridge on his back. Yep,
Of course.
brought the extra food with him. All right, so if you guys can hand me your characters back, we're going to determine where you guys are going to be standing on our maglev chamber as we're getting ready to head
We've
into
already
the
set up a
Black
combat
Forest.
encounter.
I was going to keep that secret. 'cause
Womp, womp,
I
womp.
wanted them to
Spoiler
think that I
alert.
knew what was happening.
Not a
because I
spoiler
was-
alert if you say it after.
That's
All
how
right.
I do it.
Anyway, so on your maglev chamber, when you're using these for going into areas, there are 3 positions, 3 hexes. 2 people can be each on 1 hex. The Rattling Twins, of course, break this because they only-
a person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're half the people. So you can have 3 if you have the Rattling Twins on
Between the
your
2 of
hex
them, you
list.
have one okay friend.
One okay.
One okay friend.
Individually, they're both kind of awful, but together they comprise one decent person.
So now, I do know where the teleporter is, or the maglev chamber is going to land you guys. I know how it's going to land on the map, but you guys do not know that before placing yourself on the maglev chamber.
Okay, who wants to be in front? Who wants the spicy position?
Yeah, the leader.
Intrepid leader, go!
I think you should be the
Ed
next one,
is going to be our leader for this game.
Yeah, no, I put my eyeballs up
Aspect
front.
scanner, which means that he actually does the destiny roll, and he is in charge of setting up initiative and such things like that.
So, being the only other important person in the crew, I refuse to be behind either the Abhumans or the Xenos, so I will be in the same square as James.
I'm just gonna go here.
And I'll follow up on that.
Yeah, where you
Yeah.
Just like that. All right.
Behind the humans. Your empire is following.
So now,
you.
the part that I was going to try and get by without spoiling it was that, yes, we did set up the board beforehand, and yes, I knew that this was going to be a combat card. In the exploration deck, there are two different types of cards. There are challenge cards, and there are combat cards. Some of the combat cards have ambush keywords, which means that the bad guys always go first. But we did set up a combat for the first thing here. And so our maglev chamber gets set up like that.
It's the noise that it makes.
There you go, guys.
Oh,
Just like that.
it appears we have
Now-
arrived at the Blackstone Fortress.
All right, so now Ed is going to place our who the bad guys are.
Xenos
Our,
switch, lest I show you my
what do they call their encounter cards?
blink at me.
So the first one will go into the first space on our encounter track.
Trader Guardsman.
It's Trader Guardsmen, and there will be 8 of them.
So the fun thing about 8 Trader Guardsmen is the fact that since there's more than 5, they get a sergeant and they get a flamer. Flamers are fucking ridiculous in this game.
So
Turns out fire's bad in close
turns
quarters.
out we need to kill the flamer real fast.
Got him up front.
Nuts.
Oh.
In our hidden episode, I may or may not have almost got coup de grace.
Almost. So, because that is our first encounter set, we're going to put them on the first token, their exploration token. Now, exploration is a little bit different than what we were doing last night. You actually don't have to roll for it. As long as you have a 4+ on your board, you are able to explore.
There's always because there's all. You can also put 3 to a hex.
Yes, correct.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah, 3 guys to a hex is pretty ridiculous.
Do not worry, my lord, I shall incinerate them.
We found out in our lost episode that
God,
Kyle's
this is
character
gross.
has an I-beam that is basically death to all.
It's super
It
delicious.
just turns
Yeah.
into
For
ash.
those of you who haven't got to see the models yet since this hasn't released, these models are fantastic looking. It really makes me hope for new guardsmen and new,
And if you
Renegade
haven't seen the
stuff.
models yet, you should definitely come down to the shop and check this set out. because
Absolutely.
We'll have it down here at the shop and play around with it.
So our second bad guy is. Dun, 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 dun.
Negative cultists, 3 of them.
Dark mechanical worshippers.
So Negavolt cultists, they are considered medium creature, I believe. Find out and make sure they're considered large. So you're only able to have 2 in each square. Huge is the one
Oh
that
yeah,
only have
here's
1
this
now.
one.
So, but they are spawning in right
Wild
here.
cultists.
we are still learning a little bit as we go, guys. So if we get some rules wrong, sorry, it's gonna happen.
I'm not sorry.
I'm going to tell you guys if
I'll
Duncan and
snap.
Becca would like to come on the show and join us.
Well,
We'll
let's
do
go.
both with you as well.
We'll
so.
totally pay for your hotel room at the historic Plains Hotel.
Yeah.
It's only a block away from the store.
So,
We'll even
so
cover your meals.
next up, now that we have landed
Give Max
here,
a 10 a meal.
Ed will be rolling the Destiny dice
Mickey
to
D's
find
got
out
one.
what we have for them. And Ed rolled.
Wow.
We're banking it all.
Yeah, we're making it
So
all.
I'm gonna use my once per game to bank that whole roll.
On the Long Hauler Gamma 3 Beta, he's got the Cogitator bank. Once per expedition after making the Destiny roll, the leader can use Long Hauler Gamma 3 Beta's Cogitator bank. If they do so, duplicate rolls are not discarded. All 5 Destiny dice are placed in the available Destiny dice space.
Sounds like we want to keep the extra 5s and 6s there.
Yeah, I
Yes,
agree.
I would agree.
Probably going to do.
All right.
And
Just
they
saying,
Destiny
I get
dice
first
go into
dibs on a
this little
6.
green space.
So, just so you guys know, the Destiny dice are essentially an extra pool of dice that any of our characters can use for actions.
And some of you have some very cool 6 things and 5 things, really.
I can literally mentally puppet people
on
with
fire
dice.
today.
Oh, God.
Yeah, God, that's rolling hot.
All right.
Hmm.
So now what they just rolled was their expedition dice, or activation dice as they are called. You have 4 of those to start with. That is also your wound track as well. The 4 dice that you gain there give you the ability to shoot, to move around in the fortress, and to find things. Finding things gives you discovery cards like this one. Anyway.
Keep in mind when you're holding things up, you either got to hold it close to that camera or this camera.
Close to that camera right there. So, there we go. So that's what that looks like.
Lower a little bit.
I'm giving a little bit of a spoiler to CJ there, who is ungraciously looking right at it.
Of course we spoil things.
He's not honest.
Yeah, there's nothing honest about the
He's
elf.
got foresight for the elf there.
Only I possess the power of foresight. None of you sanctioned psychos.
It's like the foresight of a monkey compared to my race.
I'm just saying, the Eldar predicted a lot of things and stopped nothing.
All right. So next thing that Ed is going to do, he's going to shuffle up the initiative deck, which is right here. And then he's going to place it along the initiative tracker for each of the groups.
Right? All the bad guys than us. Like, oh god.
That would be good.
Yay! I like not being last.
It's the cultists.
No, it's not the cultists. That's the
That is cultists.
Yeah.
One is
Trader
cultists.
Guardsman.
Yeah, Trader Guardsman.
Don't make me last.
Never hold.
Well, I'm not going to be taking a gambit because
All right. So now the next step here is if you guys would like to be covering fire. Covering fire is where if you are within eye shot of
covering
each other,
fire.
you can change positions on the initiative track. The other thing that you can do once covering fire is over is you can try to take a gambit. The way a gambit works is you spend one of your activation dice and try to roll a critical success on your agility. Yes, agility. And if you gain the critical success, you are able to change position with a group of cultists or a group of guardsmen. So you'd be able to go
You
first.
can do one or the other.
You can do one or the other.
Okay.
So, I would like to trade positions with you
Okay.
because I get a free game in the first combat round.
You do get a free
So-
gambit for combat round.
I have a chance to.
So if you switch,
Pop.
he could switch with you,
Switch to
and
you,
then he could
and I
attempt
can
to switch
pop
up.
here.
Cool. Yeah, go for it.
All right. So
Rock
Yanis
and
Drake
roll.
is now going last with the covering fire, but now he is also going to try and use his free gambit.
I like to think that Janice Drake's covering fire is like covering fire.
Yeah, he got it! That's my crit.
Big old vape cloud of covering fire.
So now we move them to the end of the initiative order.
All of the bad guys are going last now.
So basically, I rolled the double crit on that. So when you do the gambit, normally if you get nothing, you don't do anything. If you only get the one triangle for its success,
There you go.
you only get to move with the person that's next to you. One of the two people that are next to you, if you have two next to you. If you roll the crit, you get to switch with anyone.
Basically, we gambled on a crit, and he got the crit.
And, you
And
got the
on
crit for sure.
these, Chris, do we use the number that's showing, or is it just a
You-
reroll?
On these, you use the number that's showing.
Yeah,
So they're not rerolls. You use the number that's showing,
Correct.
or you can gain an additional action.
that's you spend any number to do any
Okay,
action.
gotcha. Okay. Alrighty.
All right. So it looks like Ryan and Rouse are going to be our first.
All
opponent
right,
here.
we're gonna spend our 3 here, and I'm gonna move both my twins.
So the
So,
Rattling Twins do have a couple of special rules. One of them is double team.
yep.
Great.
So double team, I expend a die that shows 2+, and one Rattling Twin may take a move or stub pistol action, and the other Rattling Twin may also make a move or stub pistol action. So I'm gonna spend a 3+ here, and I'm gonna move both of my twins.
I love the idea that the hobbits have Uzis.
Right.
By the way, we should also let you guys know this is going to be a campaign, so we are going to be gaining stuff from this, and we are going to be using the stasis
And
pods at the end
dying.
of this. And if you die, you die.
You have to
Yeah.
choose a new character.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm totally not going to die in this.
All right. So then I'm gonna spend a 4+ here.
I'm already jockeying to lead
And-
this expedition as soon as it is, guys. will all be under my command.
So I'm gonna spend a 4+ here to get a sniper rifle action. Ryan, take him down. So
Ooh,
So adorable.
I'm at range 4, so I actually need a D12.
Ooh, target in the open.
Target acquired.
Send it. Pow.
Oh, shit.
Critical success.
So when I get a crit, I actually get so I actually inflict double the amount of wound counters. So place an additional grievous wound counter on him.
He's double.
Ooh,
dice.
wee, good
Six
effect on
wounds?
target.
Six
Target
wounds, so that
down.
goes over to him actually, because he'll need it later.
Yep. So I did double for
As
him.
the other Negabolt cultist gets sprayed with
You want to go ahead and
bone
show
and
off that
gore.
negative
Yeah. So
camera.
these are actually really cool, like dark mechanicum. Here, I can't actually see because it's not focusing on it. There you go. They're actually fantastic models. you watch the unboxing that Olympus did, they show them off on the sprue.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
What else you got?
So we're just gonna follow that up with another shot of the second guy here.
New target.
New target acquired. Moving in the open. Send it.
Fire for effect.
Crit.
Oh my god! All right,
We're starting off high.
gonna go for the hat trick here.
Can I see this guy?
I think so.
He's got cover though.
Rifle. He's definitely
Yeah,
got cover. Yeah.
That's okay. I'm still gonna.
Don't you ignore cover anyways?
No, I only ignore cover if one of my guys can see him in the open. He's currently.
Yeah. So what
That's
he just
in the
used
twins
was the
Sweet
what is
line
that?
of sight template.
Yeah, line of sight token. Very useful.
And another
Useful
crit.
as
No,
well.
Are there only crits on these dice? There's 3.
But because I inflict the wound, when I inflict a wound at long range with high impact, I inflict an additional wound. So I do 2
So
wounds
you
to
do
this
2
guy.
wounds to him. So he is still dead.
Wow.
So would he roll for experience now
So-
for an inspiration?
So
or would
he
now
has
he
his
would.
1 die left.
No, he just used it.
No, that was my last
So
die.
now he would roll for experience.
So I did a total of, because these guys are 3 wounds each, so I
Two
did
wounds, 2 wounds.
the 2 wounds, so 4, 8, 9, 10.
What?
6?
Or is it 6?
Six.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
They don't do. It's not how many you do; it's how many they have.
It's how many.
It's
they
how
have.
many
Okay.
days. Yeah.
So he has
So-
to roll on the D20 here. He has to roll under a 6.
The Blackstone die,
The Blackstone die it is called. Yes.
and I got a 9.
So he rolled a 9.
So
So
no
unfortunately, he did not get
I
inspiration.
am not inspired.
It's just normal.
It's just, right? It's normal murder. Inspiring murder.
Yeah.
Inspiration tokens can be used for several things. One of them is finding an extra clue on the board. So it could be archaeotech, it could be a clue, it could be for a secret agenda, or you can use it for a couple other things. Flipping your explorer to the inspired side. I can talk. Sorry. You can attempt a gambit without spending an activation dice. Things along those lines with the inspiration points. You can spend 1 to get a reroll of a die, so that's kind of nice.
All right, Janus, go grab
Which seems almost worthless.
Well,
So
kind
you
of,
grab that
almost.
so
Yeah.
they can't spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
I mean-
get it.
If you need to use a couple extra move pieces, feel free,
6,
because you can use that 2 to move.
2, 3. It's there.
Spend one of your own to search it.
Yeah, it's been one of your own. Keep our pool.
Doesn't the pool go away at the end of the turn?
Yeah, but we can use it for swathing these guys down.
Sure. I mean, I'll happily. I do these guys do that.
Did you get it? You got it again. So, for those of you who don't know,
It's for
on my
free
card,
archaeotech, though. I can sell it.
on my card, I have a secret agenda called have the Lost Volume discovery card. If Ryan and Rouse have the Lost Volume at the start of any expedition, they start the expedition inspired. During our test playthrough last night, that was the first thing Ed drew, and of course, it's the first thing he drew again.
I would like to point out that I agree with Peachy. That's definitely got to be the best cookbook ever.
It is.
I don't want
It is. It's got all the garbage can recipes.
Okay, you have Overwatch.
All the
And we
garbage
were
can
doing Overwatch wrong last night, but we're gonna get it right today. So
Okay.
yeah. All right,
Lost
so
it,
that would go to
Annalyn.
Amelin's Shadow Guide.
Watch how this is done, monkey.
Richard Zeros.
I say you snipe the special stuff out of that squad first.
I'm trying to decide the best way to do it because they have cover across this whole area.
Now if I send a rattling over there.
Well, for you anyway.
I got a sniper rifle. It's okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So we're gonna move.
He's got to
spend
find
dice
like a milk
You
carton.
rolled
to
3
stand on.
1s.
in a 6.
Oh my
Look
gosh.
at
Well,
Shatters.
at least
He
you can move a
moves
lot.
3.
Yeah. No, he moves 4.
No, he only
Oh,
moves
okay.
3. He
Until
moves
he's
4.
inspired.
Oh, that's right. Did I move faster than inspired? Nope. I'm
Let's
just
fire
slow.
at the flamer.
Okay. So the
They
nice
have
thing is
cover.
that you can pick out who you're going to shoot at in this game.
So
Critical.
I'll do one
Normal hit.
One normal
And then
hit.
I have a special thing too.
Oh, so many criticals. So, guys, in case you're wondering, when you see us rolling dice, each of our attacks has different dice to roll at different ranges. So, like, for instance,
nothing special.
my
So
third
just
eye, if it's
one
range
damage.
1 or 1 hex away from me, I'm rolling a purple die. 2 to 3, I'm rolling my blue die, which is like our best die.
D12.
And then 4 up, it goes back down to a purple die. So, if
Yeah,
you
you're
see us
on
rolling
fire
dice,
again.
that's kind of where we're getting those different dice from.
Just to show you a different one. This
Block
is
that. And we'll
So
do
we
one
got
more time.
the
And
D6,
because
which
I'm
is the
using
lowest,
6 up.
your D8, and your D12.
Oh yes. So CJ is going to use one of his special abilities on his card as well here. He's using a 6 that
I
he's
basically
got.
can reroll.
So he gets to reroll his attack, which is nice. And it still
Didn't matter. He hit
did
the
not
cover.
matter. So they
Did
have
you-
1 wound on the Trader Guardsman with
Do you want to
Flame.
use one of those?
Yeah, we might as well.
Because I mean,
Use
it's only
six,
you
do
two
that again.
left, so might as well use it.
Fire. Damn it, the
Nothing.
You
cover.
get to reroll.
So cover
Do the
reduces
reroll.
the result on the
Oh,
roll.
yeah.
Oh,
All right, that Flamer is dead. Which is a really good thing for
stays
you
next to you.
guys.
Oh, it stays next to me.
Yep, until you roll.
And I'm out of action, so
So
now I would roll, so I
now
need to
you-
roll a 2 or less.
2 or less on the D20.
On the
Yeah,
Blackstone
Blackstone
dice.
dice.
Watch him get it.
6.
You got a
I got
6.
the
That's
two.
That's what I needed.
All right, so that would now take us to Lucarno.
Stand back, Xenos, I shall show you the power of the psyche.
It's gonna take you all your things to get there, old man.
Doesn't matter.
This is the end of the round, and he's got 3 5s and 6s to use.
I beam the balls out of in my younger days, it was a bit more sprightly. Yeah, I'm just going to start I-beaming into this pile of guys right
This
here.
eye beam is ridiculous.
Yeah, last night he went a little bonkers with it.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's actually not as good as a purple die right now.
Okay.
Aw.
They're a little farther away. I guess I could spend this to get a little closer.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, get me a little closer.
And you're still covered.
You,
Yeah.
We'll be in cover.
You're in
now.
cover, but they don't have cover.
They do not have
Get
cover.
on
because he's
covered,
standing.
yes. That's a
All right, here we go. So hitting this mob of 3 here, and Shazam!
So goes next to him.
I'll
Definitely
spend one of
eye-beam
those
the hell
dice.
out of that guy.
Okay.
Alakazam! You will suffer me.
That's 2 crits in a row.
Another one.
That's a blank
That's a
finally.
miss,
Yeah,
right?
get rid of that, and then I'll spend another one.
Okay.
Your last
Weapon,
one.
and then my last one.
So, 6 runner.
Your apostates!
Oh,
And he
got
gets
himself an
will suffer my wrath.
He did a total of 6 wounds, and he rolled the 4 on the Blackstone Fortress
Yes.
So
die.
I've gained an inspiration.
That is
Or
exciting.
an experience? Is it?
No, it's
inspiration.
inspiration.
Inspiration. Okay.
It's like
Alright,
nothing's
so
changed from last night because you're getting all the
our
inspiration
trader group
last night.
number 2 is going to go, but there's nobody left.
What trader group, too? They're all
Yeah.
ash.
But
They all
they
have
do
second
get to
chest
roll
wounds.
on the Blackstone die to see if they gain reinforcements because they died. I have to roll under a 4 to get any reinforcements. So anything above a 4, you guys are good.
The roll is a 9.
9. So,
So
you guys
now
are
they're
good.
gone.
No,
They
they
can't
cannot come back, so that will be taken out of our initiative roll. These guys over here have also lost people, so they're going to try and get some reinforcements as well. They've
Also
not-
4 only.
Also a 4 under, yes, because it's the size of the creature that determines how you gain your reinforcements.
So you guys can't quite see it in the camera, so I'm going to move the mic here for a second. Right here in front of Ed, we have our initiative tracker. You actually have the cards for each of the players as well as for each hostile group. He shuffles that up and deals it each turn because he's the leader of our group.
The next step in this process is to do the actual rolling for the Trader Guardsmen. So even though I'm actually running these guys, I have a set list of rules. It's an AI that I'm controlling, basically.
Dude, man,
It's kind of weird.
weird.
No way, I'm fine.
But basically, I have all these symbols here. I go down the list for 1 through 20 on the Blackstone die.
Here, if you want to hand it to me, I'll put it in the camera.
And then it you go across the board to where you're at. So they're not engaged, but they're not hidden either. So I'm going to be rolling on a 3rd track, it looks like there.
Also,
Um,
those guys come near me, I will cane them to death. I will cane them to death with my cane like an actual senior citizen.
Is your cane a 1+?
So they're close
4
to
plus.
so close.
You're bad at caning things.
I can. It's a 1+ to eyeball people.
Oh, okay.
Eyeball them.
Damn it! All right, they're all charging you.
Deal.
Well, actually, no, one at a time. Excuse me. So one of them charges. So we got
Yeah,
on the
because
end here.
you roll individually, right?
Yep. So he's charged. So I'll actually
Charging
be
you
in
with a
his
grenade.
square because we're able to have people in the square. So or in the hex, I should say.
No.
So that guy, that's a 16 there. So he's charging as well.
Bam,
We're going
charge.
right in there.
Do they join the square as well, or can more of them fit?
So nobody, no, he can't fit in the
So
square. So he's standing on the outside of the square looking in. He will still be able to hit. So that next guy, he's in cover actually. So with that lasgun, so he's in an onslaught right there. So I get to shoot you twice, basically.
Get some.
And the last
and
one.
then the last guy there with his pistol, the 6, He is going to onslaught.
There's opening up the pistols.
Just opening up with the pistol.
Great.
Can that guy see me?
I'd say you have cover.
I mean, at this
Well,
point,
yeah, you have cover because
Yeah.
there's a line between.
So he's got to
Exactly.
crit you to hurt you.
But yeah, so
And you still get your defense.
that's what's going on there.
My
You wanna
defense
do
is
the
really bad.
I'm going to do the shooting first. Actually, what we need to do is your Overwatch first because they just finished moving.
Huzzah!
So, what is your range on your gun?
3. Never mind.
Yeah, non-range.
All right, we're done with that.
Look out! They're coming down the hall.
There you go, I see them, my lord. Bug foul worshippers of the dark powers.
Shaking the cane at them.
Yeah, I will destroy you as I did your friends.
All right, so
May you know
the
my psychic
sergeant-
might.
the sergeant is going to go ahead and shoot Locarno because this is not good here
With a pistol.
with his las gun. Or actually, yeah, that
He's
is a
got
pistol,
las
isn't it?
gun,
Yeah. So pistol there. So he actually gets the. Well, where'd the grade
D6.
at? D6.
Two great ass.
All right, there we go. So D6 with the pistol.
Nope.
Nothing. Okay, sergeant's really bad at his
They
job.
fire twice, you said, for
He
onslaught?
They do fire twice for the onslaught.
Yeah, onslaught is
Reminding him.
gross.
All right, and then the other guy with his pistol.
Honest players
Onslaught.
make for dead characters.
No, that D6 sucks.
If you had paid attention to your training and not fallen from the light of the Emperor, perhaps you would be able to shoot.
Can I get that other purple dice, please?
Is there any penalty through shooting through friends?
No,
There is not.
there is.
Deal.
All right. The next step is our combat phase. If I'm actually able to roll, so on the dice, if you roll a critical and a success, it's only a critical. You take the best option out of the two.
Yeah.
So I got a success. So Kyle, you are going to roll on your defensive.
Ha ha!
You just block this
There
bayonet
you
with
go.
your cane.
Yeah, that's bad at winning. Slap it on.
My
Yeah.
second guy will go ahead
Your
and
hubris is stunning.
He's got the old man
How
food.
dare you assault me, wretched, foul, careless of a... Ah!
So that is a single success. So Kyle now gains a wound token on his tracker.
Oh!
Which
So
means
now that means that in the recovery phase, Kyle will have to roll his vitality. roll.
Vitality value. Yeah.
Once he
It's
rolls
really
that, if he,
good. I'm really vital.
vital.
Yeah, I'm a virile
great
man of
over there.
only 400.
Yeah.
So his vitality
I basically picture
will
Master
determine whether or not
myself
he gets
for
that wound back.
Yeah.
If he does get the wound back, he'll be able to continue using
The
his
vitality
dice.
value is right here for your character.
so
Unfortunately, though, because of the fact that he does have a wound, he won't be able to use all 4 dice right away.
His ship's just filled with
So-
reminiscences.
one of the biggest
Helpers,
things
yeah.
also
He gets up in
is
the mornings to his calisthenics, old
if you're
calisthenics.
Old man calisthenics.
He's got the
He's talking about
video
all
with
the
the one
captains
lady
he
who's like
served over his
90
life.
years
I
old.
think
Yeah.
you're a good captain.
So-
Captain.
so one of the biggest differences between
Greg for 400 years as a navigator.
I was trying to say something.
Nope, I'm too far into
Railroading.
too far into Esper Locarno.
So
one of the biggest difference between the players and the enemies is if you notice, Chris didn't get to roll any dice when we were hitting him because they don't have a defense value.
Correct.
We do. So
Suck it, Rube.
and
Yeah.
the nice thing is you can
Mooks.
take 4 wounds and still live. But if you take another
The
one,
5th wound kills you.
That's when you go out of
Correct, yes.
action.
And that's the same for all of the characters.
I was
They don't
looking
have
at the
any
Chaos
more-
Lord. He has
So-
12 wounds.
yeah, he's pretty
And
ridiculous.
even though I have
The encounter?
2 guys,
So
they
he
share
shoots
their
him.
4 wounds.
Not shocked.
Yeah.
So the next step in this is we're going to do the event phase. So Ed, you're going to get the Blackstone die. Oh wait, Kyle, you did. Yeah, never mind.
Did
Moving
what?
on.
You
You did
roll
your
for
roll for your
inspiration.
inspiration.
Yeah.
So the event table, I have the event table here. We really want it to be a 20, but
It's a 20.
it's really good. So that's the events. There's bad things on the lower end, and there's good things on the higher end.
Rock out. Let's do this. A 1.
That's a 1.
That seems like it's good.
All
One's
right.
good,
A
right?
1.
Well, it's
All is dust.
Yeah, it's called All Is Dust. That's never good.
Is low score
The
good?
Thousand Suns arrive.
Oh god, that would be horrible for us.
Yeah.
If any discovery markers are still in the battlefield, the leader must discard one of them. If there are no discovery markers, each explorer loses 1 inspiration point and moves 0.
Well,
So-
good job, boss.
You guys found one thing in this entire expedition. Now you must must get out of here. You cannot use the same maglev chamber that you were on. You have to get to one of the portals and get the maglev there.
Oh, I can get there.
Wow. Good thing to know that all the maglev chambers are one use.
Right.
So if you'd roll a 20, the explorer could join in the discovery card.
Can't I just summon a maglev chamber there?
You have to summon a maglev chamber to where the teleporters are.
Damn.
Yeah, apparently they're one use.
Okay.
So yeah, our next step in this, now that we've done that, is Kyle, if you would like to roll for your injury.
Yeah,
for your
it's in the
vitality.
D6, right? Oh,
Yep.
sorry, it's the vitality.
Vitality roll, yep.
How vitality?
You have 3 wounds remaining.
So then we roll the destiny dice.
Correct. We roll
I have
destiny
felt
dice now.
younger.
Like butter over too much bread.
I feel
Nice
Oh,
roll.
That was actually really
There you go. So they actually get all of the dice because there were no doubles in there.
butter over too little bread.
So we got a
So
1,
you can
2,
still roll.
4, 5, and 6. Which is
I feel inspired.
The light of the Emperor is leaving me. Slowly but surely.
Everybody go ahead and roll your activation dice.
Now, because I had a wound, I only have 3 dice to roll. And they were okay. Not great.
got 2 5s and 6.
I'd like to save that 6 for something special.
So once per game for one of my allies, if you want, if you have a dice with a 6-up, does anybody have a 6-up?
No.
Sure don't.
There's
There's a
one in the
6-up.
pool.
I do.
That's
I have a
neat.
6.
You can, if we decide we need it, you can use my crystalline matrix, which is where you will you can hop through things and move through things.
Yeah.
And then in addition, we can move one of the enemies on the initiative order.
I would love to use that, but I'm not going to use Filthy Xenos tech.
I
Did we get rid of
I would
it?
actually like to save that 6 up because I can
No,
close
because I
distance
still have
over here
people.
really fast.
If you have a 6-up,
I need a 6 up to do it though.
All right, how's our initiative looking?
And I apologize, you guys aren't going to see this quick away.
Manus goes first.
And then
Yeah.
Filthy Eldar. And me.
You shuffled poorly.
Hey,
Very poorly.
at least it's not before. No, that was up here.
No,
All right.
none of this matters. I'm still last.
You're before the
But
bad guys.
we have
So now you do have the option.
good
You
at
can-
each end of the spectrum. though.
I will covering fire to help the old man out.
Okay, so he's offering to change with the old man.
Yeah.
All right. So
The
the elf
elder
is now
respect
going
their
last.
I'll see. Yeah, but you do. I'll take it because I know that I should be going before the Eldar.
You totally
covering
leave me
fire
there for
only-
me.
I would. Yeah, I would like.
Line
Espen
of
wouldn't
sight
even
of
think
each other.
twice
That's
about
how
leaving
have
you
to be
there.
able to-
They're not going to be able to.
No, that creature may fend for itself.
He's hitting the door close
All right.
button on the elevator.
Right. He's like holding it.
Rein them back in.
Really deep
All right, guys.
scowl.
So we're now in our second round here. Please go first.
So 1, 2. I want to use that one.
Does anything happen on a bridge if you're there, Chris?
So there is things that happens if the mission calls for it. So you
Because I
can
wonder because
fall
it's got
off.
red outlines.
Oh
Yes. So
no!
Bridges are kind of
No spoilers here, but Ed may have had a run-in with a bridge
bridge?
recently. If you want to find out about that, go watch our D&D stream.
That's happening tonight at 7, correct?
Yeah, not that they see this in time
Yeah,
for that
But
to be.
have you seen
It was
it?
all
Time is
I just dated this podcast, didn't I?
but yeah, by
Oh,
the time
man.
this is released, this will have already happened.
When is this coming out?
That depends on how quickly we edit it.
so I'm going to use my
I think we're not going to have to do much editing because look how awesome we are.
yeah,
we
I
have
mean,
you.
we have to put in-
It's great.
you.
I feel like we have to put in the elevator music anytime.
and
music
the
happens.
famous commercial break.
Do a commercial break when we film a commercial.
No, Dread Knights.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Do you need to purge more heretics with dread knights?
that actually I don't know if we can use that. That's somebody else's.
Yeah.
So I need a purple dice because I'm going to do my first flurry of attacks for 2 attacks. Oh, that's right.
Oh, you mean the one we
Yeah.
did for
for your pot to a road to a depth compound.
yeah.
That's
So that's a hit.
success.
Yep. So I got 1 hit wound on that guy.
And second attack against him.
It's a critical.
Oh, fucking crit. He's dead. Shit.
Yeah, he's super dead.
Just run him through with that rapier. He's like, it's a fencing blade. I had these before they
So I'm
were
going to
in
attack the guy
style.
on the old man.
Yeah,
He's dead,
fencing
dead
blades
too.
aren't used that
So I
often
lose my
because they're
second
really hard to
attack.
master and they're
He's only
really
range
cool.
Does anyone want to use that too? Because if I move, I can do 3 attacks against
I
this.
would like to use the 2 because it helps me with double team.
I'll let
But
you.
I could also
You
get
can use
free.
the 2.
I could also go and get 3 attacks here
Oh yeah,
because I
Have
have
at
6.
Yeah.
Like I'll leave this 6.
yeah, no, have at it.
So
So the Destiny pool, everyone does have to agree for each person to use Destiny.
So I'm going to use
Oh,
that
then the
6
elf's not
for my
getting
flurry of attacks. So I get 3 attacks.
That is quite cruel of you.
We're going to go into the sergeant first.
Can my shots perhaps strategically miss?
First one.
You gotta catch me first.
Like a hunting dog, I dropped low on my shot and blew off the top of its little bald head.
You got one hit on the
That's
sergeant.
one
You could
so
use
far.
the rattlings as like a
Last
rest
attack?
for your barrel.
I could.
2, so he's got 1.
So the sergeant has 1 wound
Sure.
left. Currently.
The sergeant's like 3.
Yep.
Do not
Early
worry,
ones
my
are
liege, I shall destroy
The special
them.
rules for Trader Guardsmen are pretty great. I really like the amount of detail they put into this game. There's a lot of rules that you got to keep track of, and lots of things to move through. But the Trader Guardsmen do have some really cool rules. So, for instance, the sergeant does have an extra wound. Their groups,
Only I did one more time.
their fury is a really cool thing where they just take an onslaught action because they did fury.
And that would be your turn.
Cool, I'm gonna I-beam that sergeant from right here. Are you so foolish to resist the might of the Imperium?
Oh, your Blackstone die roll.
And you want to move and then I beam the next one?
Yeah, that's my plan. Just be right there behind. Yeah, that'll work. Well, no,
Nothing.
Last I did do that. I'm gonna burn. I'd like to burn that 4 over there. Try it one more time.
That's a hit.
So there's 1 damage.
1 damage down on that guy. That's all I got.
I'll
I'm
move
not gonna.
everything on the for you.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we have me and him swap activations.
Yeah, I'm
so.
not gonna steal
Yeah.
the last dice.
I used a bunch of them, but I did well.
all right.
Do I need to roll a 1 to get some
Yes.
XP off this?
You need to roll a
it's-
2.
3. 3. So he has 3 wins.
Oh yeah, 3 because you did the sergeant.
Oh yeah, this is the sergeant.
Nope.
9.
I was gonna be like, seriously. Roll that.
I'm very experienced.
So Ryan and Rouse are up next.
It did me
So
well to watch the
I think I'm gonna
flesh
use
from
that
their
6 if you
bones.
guys are okay with it because I got a special move I can do.
To scour them with the powers of my
Sure.
mind.
So turns out Rouse has this neat thing called grappling hook on a 6+. Pick a hex that is visible to Rouse and does not have any explorers or hosses in it, and then place Rouse in it. So I'm gonna spin that 6 and I'm going all the way over here.
There you go.
Keep up, guys.
It's just dragging him. It doesn't even make any sense.
He like hangs at the floor and just gets dragged
Um,
through everything.
This is a bat midget.
And then I'm gonna use a 1 and move, a 1 and move, a 5 and move, and a 5 and move.
Do you want to?
You want to maybe
You're the-
grab the elevator?
Or you're not the last one.
No, I'm not the last one to move.
Ah, yes, the Eldari.
I believe the monkey can handle a single other monkey.
He's just.
I mean, leave it to the elf to just leave you guys. I was actually setting up to shoot these guys.
I mean, you could shoot him.
Do I have to move into that hex? Or
No,
can I
you
summon it
can
now?
summon it from
I summoned
You
it.
My rifle's back here.
No, I like you.
Oh,
could,
he's
you
back.
could shoot him right here, CJ.
No,
No.
no,
Yeah,
necessary.
leave it
You
to
can
the
use the
elf.
last Destiny die if you
There's
would
still
like.
8 screwed out.
Oh, well then yes.
He's gonna
Is
shoot
everybody
everybody.
going to agree for the elf to use the Destiny die, though? That is the
I
question.
guess we can let the filthy Xenos use it.
Seeing as you need my assistance.
And he missed, of course. That's why you don't trust the
It was
Xenos.
a 6 though.
1.
Nothing, because you're through cover.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
So you guys have your elevator. You have your way of escape from finding only one
Guys,
thing.
we found the exit.
Did you roll to see if you
I did.
experienced?
I didn't get it.
Do we roll to see now if more bad guys come?
Yes, because there is still a guy.
I also get another vitality roll, yeah?
not yet, because it's still my
Recovery
turn.
phase.
Huh?
So
You're not gonna hurt me.
400. No bad guys coming.
You never activated the one guardsman, though.
Correct.
That's what he's doing right now.
Oh, you
Yeah,
rolled that.
I'm activating the guardsman right now. Trader
I
guardsman,
do
he
might
is
as well
engaged.
shuffle those up now.
10. Onslaught. So I hit
God damn it.
Yanis twice. Pistol and melee weapon.
They're very angry guardsmen. They're mad about his bait
super
claws.
angry. Super angry. I got a critical success on that guardsman.
He downgrades
Turns
it to a
into
normal success.
So,
So when you roll
Yep.
defense dice, you actually reduce their successes
I'll
by
have
your
to recover as
successes.
well.
all right, and then he'll make his second attack. Nothing. Nothing.
I would like to roll my defense because I do just like.
So Yanis gets to.
Oh, and Yanis does have a critical
So
to
I
strike
have
back.
the swashbuckler thing. If I'm attacked and I roll a critical defense dice, I get to attack them back
for free.
for free.
You buckle those swatches.
Hits
Get
him.
out of here. You liar.
Yeah.
There we go. And that is the guardsman's turn. We now go back to the initiative phase.
So,
Well,
recovery.
Recovery,
recovery. I got recovery too.
Oh,
The old man's hurt still. So,
No.
Janice.
my life essence is draining on the floor.
We don't know if that actually means you're urinating or bleeding. We're not sure.
He's got
That's really bad.
space depends.
Do you want to put the
so
one of
every-
the fours in there?
Yeah, so every turn I can return one of those dice. So I'm psychic, obviously. After the destiny roll is made, Esper Locarno can move one discarded destiny die to the available destiny die section of the precipice
So we're
wheel.
moving the 4.
So yeah, we'll move the 4 in there.
What you just did.
I just did that.
Gotcha.
Ed, do you want to, before you do that, do you want to maybe
You only
roll
get
3?
three.
You only get 3 right now, too.
Don't you still roll all 4 and then take 3?
No, you only
Oh.
roll 3.
That's not good.
Nailed it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this has a 1, a 2, and a 2.
So I would really, really, really like to use that 4.
Yeah, we'll probably let you
Everybody else going first, then the bad guys.
go. So how do I try to switch with the bad guy here?
So
So-
I can try to switch with the bad guy.
Do you want to
also.
try switching first? Because that'll put him at the end of the order.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay. So you're using an activation die as well.
Let me try. Because I can take him out if I go before him.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend my 2 to try to go before him. And he's
Okay.
next to me, so I can
Yep,
switch
so
with
you
him.
do. All right. He did roll a success on his gambit die there, which allowed him to switch with 1 to his left or right.
Which, I know you guys can't see the initiative tracker. It was, Emmeline, and then the Hostiles, then me as Ryan and Rouse, then Esper, and then Janice. So since we were next to each other, I was able to swap with them.
Now, Esperin, Locarno, if you would like to go ahead and try and get up in front of me, you can do that as well now. You can just start the
You don't
combat
have to
line
worry
and drop
about it.
Yeah, I don't require
I say I'll grease this guy.
Perfect.
It is my turn.
Yes, that is
I
correct.
shall move. Is it noon?
It's not
No.
open.
Not for another 15 minutes.
I shall now fire upon this monkey. Oh, poop.
Oh, man.
Can't rely on the elf to hit anything.
Use your last 6.
I got it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Really wants to take it away from
Elf's
the
real
rattling
bad.
There you go.
Yep, that does kill him. So,
So
that actually
roll
does
your
kill him.
Blackstone.
So roll Blackstone.
Silly Xenos
I'll
can't
actually
hit anything.
Take your last action
Oh,
There.
yes.
to move. There you go.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Okay.
Hey guys, the elf's trying to leave us.
Elevator goes away.
There you go.
No.
That's definitely not below 2.
She's like, my job was to shoot the guy who got into the save.
All right.
I'm supposed to shoot the bus driver.
What bus
Who are
driver?
you shooting?
All right, well, that's Ryan and Rouse then.
So I will use double team.
You're still gonna need 2 dice to get.
And I'll just move comfortably in here.
There we go.
There
All
it
right.
is.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to my 6.
So do the bad guys do anything?
Oh,
or
yeah.
no?
Oh,
They
no.
don't.
I have no spawn point now.
Yeah, you
Okay.
have.
You guys can
Do
go
you
out
have to
right
keep
here.
the little thing before they?
Can we go
before
up
they
there?
start?
Yep.
Yeah, you have a 6,
Where
so
the
you.
objective was.
They can go out
So-
right here, right?
Yes, that will take them directly to the teleporter or the
Okay.
maglev chamber.
Or it'll bring you down there.
No, it'll take them. To
On my way. So I'll hit the teleporter, and if you'd slide me over there in front of the abhumans and Xenos where I belong.
I'm holding the door.
You do
We're
that.
waiting for you.
All right. And
Finish the
congratulations,
adventure as we
everyone.
began. The humans in front.
Sweet.
Yay!
You have completed your first combat in this.
In the Blackstone,
Blackstone
Fortress.
We did determine that there was a possibility we might be able to do one more. And I can go ahead and draw it for you guys if you would like.
I
Or
think
we can
Well, I
return
think
it.
so.
It's just an
we'll
encounter.
save that for the next
The
episode.
other thing is, if we do an encounter, those are super quick.
Yeah, they are.
the challenge.
I don't know if we'll have enough time to get through all right now. Let's
No, it's
leave
not.
that.
It's not combat.
It's not combat. It's literally just resolve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've
Because
got.
I bet if I flip this over,
about.
it'll be a challenge.
Let's
we've
do
got
it.
about 5 minutes.
All right, so 5 minutes of that. The
Do we
challenge.
want to cut here and then start as a second snidbit?
I'd say just roll into it because there
Just
should
roll
be 2
into
to
it.
3 per session
Okay.
encounters.
Yeah. So it's
So
actually,
it
actually
is a
cut out.
challenge. It is a challenge. Hidden treasure. Roll 4 activation dice for each explorer. The explorer with the highest total score draws a discovery card. If multiple explorers are tied for the highest total score, each draws a discovery
God
card.
damn it.
Well, of course the elf goes for that.
Well, the elf's gonna get it.
19.
Don't let the filthy elf give it.
I only got 14.
So
Yeah, I didn't.
So
get
yes,
it.
you get the discovery card, CJ.
I hope it's,
we
Found a clue.
I found a clue.
oh,
Can I
my
see
clue
my
is pointing this way.
Can I see my ship?
Yeah, your ship.
And was that the whole encounter, Chris?
That was the whole
that
encounter.
is the whole encounter.
That's it.
That's
Oh.
that's why.
Gotcha.
Like if it was another combat, then obviously.
Sure.
Did we get rid of these?
We have a
after?
facility thing to do, right?
Yes.
We can go
So
back
the
to
next step,
Precipice.
the next step, if you want to, you can go back to Precipice. It will automatically heal your wounds, and you'll be able to buy stuff. I would suggest that we do that.
Yeah, the
in the
red
next
water is
episode.
still leaking
Okay.
out of me, so I'd like to go back to Precipice.
I would suggest we do that though in the next episode.
Absolutely.
Maybe you show
Cool.
Precipice right away and then do another.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, we'll definitely continue this in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a comment down below and tell us what you liked about it, what you thought about the game, and if you have any questions for us. And, yeah, that's what we got. Thanks, guys.
Adios. Ciao.